Hello, everybody, and welcome to Anime Survivor episode 69, American Heroes.
Nice.
This is where we have our favorite Americans. Today we are joined by Andrew
Woo.
and Donald
Yo, what's up?
and Technical Difficulties. Hello, my name is Technical Difficulties, aka
I
Max.
love technical difficulties.
It's my favorite character in Anime Survivor lore. Anyway, with that, let's go over our cast today. So our American heroes are Benjamin Franklin Gates, noted Declaration of Independence thief, who may or may not have. Wait, Andrew, you weren't in that D&D campaign, were you?
Unfortunately not.
No. I made a Bard Ranger that was just Nicolas Cage. In the middle of the big boss fight, I stole the Declaration of Independence and then abandoned the party. It was a 10 out of 10 campaign.
A Ranger?
A
Ranger?
Yeah, a Branger. Or a Rard, if you will. Really, really bad combo. Don't play a Bard Ranger. Next, we have a Beyblade. If you're unfamiliar with our deep lore, a Beyblade was present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. In fact, John Hancock is a Beyblade. We have Bob Ross. He can paint things. We have Cesar Chavez, who looks like John Muir because I uploaded the wrong image and didn't notice until just now. We have Chris Dorner, Donald's favorite American. Right, Donald?
He's a pretty tough act to follow.
He's a good American. We have Dolores Huerta. We have Eleanor Roosevelt. We have General Sherman. We have Jeanette Rankin. We have John Brown. We have John Hinckley Jr. We have Malcolm X, Marvin Heemeyer, Maya Angelou, Mr. Rogers, and Smokey the Bear. And we have a great combination of Donald not sending me a full cast for himself and Blake, who sent me his cast, not being here. So...
So, I did request the St. Patrick Battalion, but I noticed they're not here.
That's because I didn't remember who you requested, and when I messaged you to confirm, you never got back to me.
That's true.
So I did the four you remembered, who were Malcolm X, Marvin Heemeyer, Chris Dorner, and John Hinckley Jr. And then my boys are the Beyblade, Cesar Chavez, General Sherman, Jeanette Rankin. For, if you're unfamiliar, was elected to the Montana House of Representatives, voted to give women the vote nationally, because she was the first federally elected woman in the national legislature, and then voted against the declaration of war for World War I, swiftly got voted out of office, just to return to be elected again in 1940, vote against World War II, and then lose re-election a second time. So...
What a trip.
Yeah, she's
Seriously, why are you booing me? I am right, candidate.
yeah. And then I have John Brown and Smokey the Bear. And Donald has provided us with Chris Dorner, John Hinckley Jr., Malcolm X, and Marvin Heemeyer. So, Andrew, who do you want to see win today?
Mr. Rogers. He's just so wholesome.
I mean, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
It is.
Donald, how about you?
You know, I gotta put my, I gotta back to blue over here.
So is that Jeanette Rankin, since she's wearing blue in the image?
No, that is former U.S. service member and also former cop, Chris Dorner.
Okay. I think I'm gonna betray myself. I'm just going straight for noted D&D hero Benjamin Franklin Gates. So, chat, let us know who you're rooting for, and while you do that, I'm gonna hit the proceed button and hope everything's the same. It is, thank goodness. So, we have some alliances that have just already formed. Our first alliance is Cesar Chavez and General Sherman. So, guys, do you think Cesar Chavez is trying to help unionize the Union troops?
Yes.
And part of that is mandating, like, each one has to burn a certain amount of southern towns. Like,
Yes.
okay. I mean, if that works, I'm pretty on board with that alliance.
You have a Klansman killing quota.
Yeah, you do. And, each one you get, it gives you a bonus.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's your dues.
I need 100 Nazi scalps.
Yes. I need 100 dead Grand Wizards.
And who are you gonna call Ghostbusters? Nah, fuck that. Cesar Chavez and General Sherman. They'll kill the ghosts. Next we have Benjamin Franklin Gates and Cesar Chavez. Now, do you know what I think's going on here?
What?
If you remember, when he stole the Declaration of Independence, they had covered in like lemon juice to reveal the code. So I think Frakes is just working with Gates is working with Cesar Chavez because he needs more fruit juices to test other, like, maybe it's a grape coating. You don't know.
Or lime.
Yeah, and Cesar Chavez, he can get you those grapes and limes at fair, ethical prices from a unionized workforce.
Damn straight.
And then we have Benjamin Franklin Gates working with Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, who is just the same alliance again.
Okay, but what does Dolores Huerta bring to the table?
According to Blake, she is smarter than Cesar Chavez, so she is also, unlike Cesar Chavez, still alive. So, that better fruit.
Well, she's GLaDOS.
Oh God. She doesn't want Nicolas Cage dead. She just wants him gone.
Well, she's gonna give him cake because he's still alive.
It's true. I would love some cake. Can I have some cake, please? You're not going to give me any cake, are you?
I'm not, because you're not alive.
Fuck you. Just because my computer sucks doesn't mean I'm not a person.
Only time will tell.
Anyway, Pocket Man hasn't told us who he's rooting for, so this is really upsetting. I'm hoping for it. Soon. We'll see. Anyway, our first head of household is Dolores Huerta. She's done it, everybody. She's the winner we needed in these trying times.
What does she get for being head of household?
Do you remember how Big Brother rules work?
I've never watched a single episode of Big Brother, and I refuse to remember the rules.
Well, that's fine. There's a current season going on. If you want to see some racist shit, it's happening. It's right now someone's been removed from the house by production for having a mental breakdown, and the entire house has decided to blame it on the black woman. So, you know how it is. Classic Big Brother.
If I want to rot my brain and hate view content, I'm gonna read Men's Health.
I mean, I already watch clips of Jordan Peterson, so, like, what else do I have at this point? My media diet is entirely things I hate. That's just all there is. So, excuse me, Dolores Huerta, as the head of household, gets to nominate 2 people for eviction. Then herself, the 2 nominees, and 3 other house guests at random will compete to see who wins the power of veto. The power of veto can then be used to pull one of the nominees off the block, and then Dolores Huerta will replace them with someone else. At that point, the two nominees, the House will vote out one of them from the game. So, Dolores Huerta is in power. She gets to decide who goes home this week. That's what's going on.
Got it.
Pocket Man is on the Dolores Huerta train. So, I mean, hey, Cesar Chavez has already won a season. It only makes sense that Dolores Huerta would join him. Anyway, she nominates Malcolm X and General Sherman. This is not good. They're joined by Maya Angelou, Chris Dorner, and Jeanette Rankin to compete in the veto. The problem with a season like this is we want everybody here to win.
Yes. It's gonna hurt no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what happens, it's going to hurt. Anyway, the veto winner is Malcolm X. So that means Malcolm X can remove himself from nomination, and then Dolores Huerta gets to replace him with somebody else. Malcolm X and General Sherman make a fevered pitch about why they should be saved, and ultimately Malcolm X decides to save himself.
What a surprise.
I know, right? I'm fucking shocked. Though I'm certain he was partially swayed by General Sherman's promise to kill even more Klansmen in his name. And the Killdozer has replaced Malcolm X on the block. So we are either losing General Sherman or his best tank. Donald, do you want to explain the Killdozer to anybody who doesn't know?
Okay, so the Killdozer. So I didn't know this, but apparently he's not a product of Soviet ideology. He's actually just an honest man who was wronged by a dishonest city council. And yeah, so he ran a business, and then people says, hey, we're gonna build a building in front of your business, and we're gonna block off the driveway that lets customers go to your business. He's like, wait, no, you can't do that. I'm going to city council. But the people who are doing this were city council, and so they did it. And so he didn't emerge from his warehouse until after they built this structure. And so he entombed himself in a bulldozer covered in concrete plates and steel, and it was completely bulletproof. He took out the facades of all of the buildings of people on the city council that wronged him. And when they finally cracked open that Killdozer carapace, all they found was Heemeyer inside. And he'd taken his own life because, honestly, fuck this shit.
What a fucking hero.
Yes, he's a real American hero.
Okay, so why is he bonding with Cesar Chavez?
Because they both need each other to rebuild America.
Makes sense. The Beyblade
Killdozer will pave Main Street in his own image, and then Cesar Chavez will marshal the Union labor to rebuild it.
Okay. The Beyblade is claiming Maya Angelou's problematic.
Well, she probably voted against the Beyblade.
I mean, here's the, the Beyblade's a founding father. Its politics are pretty backwards, so let's be honest. He's calling her out for things that just aren't okay in this day and age.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Blake was
Maya
like,
Angelou's crime, her only crime.
We
is
can't call the
Beyblade
racist.
Bestseller. What? Okay, I admittedly know like almost nothing about Maya Angelou.
Same.
Did she write Their Eyes Were Watching God?
I thought she was an author.
Okay, Max. Let's just put it this way: she's obviously anti-war, right?
That's Jeanette Rankin.
Oh, whoops.
Their Eyes Were Watching God was not Maya Angelou.
I got mixed up.
Blake gives us curveballs and then is never here to simp for him. This is why I should never listen to him. He is dead to me. Malcolm X holds a meeting to apologize for his behavior. Is he apologizing for turning a new leaf at the end and becoming a soy cuck? He's like, I shouldn't have backed down. No.
Malcolm X is apologizing for using a gamer word on the stream.
Oh no. And then Smokey the Bear's ego is rubbing everyone the wrong way. To be fair, he's walking around shirtless.
That is very distracting.
It is. And then Benjamin Franklin Gates has a public emotional breakdown. Do you think Nick Cage made out with himself, just like in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
Honestly, I haven't seen that movie, so I can't tell you.
Well, he makes out with himself in that movie, so...
is like a mannequin of himself?
No. It's himself and himself making out with himself in like a dream sequence.
Got it.
It's a really good movie. You should read it. I'm literally skimming through my Angelou's wiki article as we speak.
So it was some bad LSD, I guess.
Yeah. She wrote, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I'm learning. Anyway. General Sherman finds Maya Angelou creepy and tells the other house guests. They don't like her.
I wonder why.
It's...
The old-timey people don't like her?
Classic. Hey, he killed so many racists.
Fair enough.
No. This whole house is just prejudiced against authors.
You're right. How dare they write books? This is a house of action. Or in John Hinckley Jr.'s instance, almost action.
He acted. He got 40 years of free rent?
Not the best rent. Anyway, Benjamin Franklin Gates votes for General Sherman. The Beyblade votes for Killdozer. Bob Ross, Killdozer. Cesar Chavez. I think the Killdozer might be going home. Wait! We're 3-3. Killdozer. Sherman. Killdozer. Oh god, Sherman, this is so fucking tight. I think Killdozer goes home. This is like a 7-6 vote. Killdozer has been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Cool.
Is he gonna come back and run it over?
Killdozer has been decommissioned.
He has.
He's out of gas. We can't afford gas in this economy.
Yeah. Anyway, Lacuna Craft, pick a new boy. Since you already lost Killdozer. We have a new alliance between Benjamin Franklin Gates, Eleanor Roosevelt, John Brown, Malcolm X, and Maya Angelou. What do we call this?
I don't know. What should we call it?
I don't know. I think let's see. We've got some independence theft. We've got a girl boss. We've got a militant a militant abolitionist. Almost called John Brown a segregationist.
He is anti that.
Yeah.
We'll call this group Harper's Ferry.
Yeah, I like Harper's Ferry. That's a good alliance name. And Benjamin Franklin Gates, he's just he's finding the old ferry for them to take around town, go on a joyride down the river.
We're gonna steal Harper's Ferry.
Our next winner, head of household, is General Sherman. Let's start the march.
The Shermanator.
The Shermanator. Who is he going to burnate this week? It is either Maya Angelou or Smokey the Bear. Oh, no.
His plan will succeed the best if he gets rid of Smokey the Bear, because he loves setting fires.
That's true. I would think the two of them would not get along very well. We have a veto, and the winner of the veto is Smokey the Bear. So, Smokey the Bear, he summoned everything in his power to win a veto, pull himself off the block so he could continue to put out fires, even though they were cleansing fires that were healing the nation.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't make that distinction.
No, it's, that's the problem with militant ideologues like Smokey the Bear. He doesn't understand there's always room for gray. In this case, the gray is burning down the entire state of Mississippi, but except the Delta.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Smokey uses the veto on himself, and Chris Dorner is up for eviction. Donald, we're gonna lose either Maya Angelou or Chris Dorner.
It's okay. One time, when he's in boot camp, he shot through his own hand, and he had to leave, and he had to come back.
Hey, and hopefully he comes back. Well, hopefully he doesn't leave.
And you have to wonder how someone in basic training shoots through their own hand. But this
With
is a
the
man
gun?
who's overcome some challenges.
Hey,
And many of those challenges include the LAPD.
in the end, he was a crack shot, so
Yes.
could shoot a nickel, shoot like a dime from 100 yards or some shit.
Yeah, he can shoot a Punisher patch off your vest.
Yeah, and Pocket Man, yeah, they're people can be medevaced from Big Brother. More accurately, they'll generally just quit. It's rare that someone is removed due to mental health, even though that did happen in the real Big Brother this week. Normally, it does not. Mental health evac. Anyway, Bob Ross gets in a fight with Chris Dorner. Do you think that Dorner's upset that Bob Ross didn't accurately portray the blood spurting out of the slain cops? Like it was a little too happy blood.
Yeah, he just painted the LAPD as a bunch of happy little bushes instead of, dead cops.
Yeah. Cesar Chavez is lashing out at Eleanor Roosevelt. The fuck did she do to him? This because they dropped, fuck, what was his name? I'm off today. I know words.
Niemeyer?
No. I'm trying to remember who was the FDR's VP until 44. Because it wasn't... It's not Wendell Willkie. It's like the other one.
Don't look at me, man.
There are too many people with... There are too many 1940s politicians whose last names start with W. It's fucking bullshit.
There's too many 1940s politicians whose first name is Wendell.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wallace. His last name was Wallace.
Can you imagine being a kid going to elementary school and being named Wendell today?
God. No, Henry Wallace, because Henry Wallace was like the leftist option for FDR. And he dropped him for Truman in 44. So maybe Chavez is upset about that because Wallace was backed by labor.
I mean, there's also stuff that her husband did in office, with camps.
Yeah, that did happen. All right, Bob Ross...
That'd be a rational lash out, though.
Yeah. Anyway, Bob Ross bonds with Maya Angelou. And do you think that... they bond. Do you think that he has offered to paint the cover for Why the Caged Bird Sings?
He's gonna paint a happy little bird.
Happy little bird. It's sad little cage. So someone's going home. I think it's Chris Dorner, but for the sake of our narrative, I hope it's Maya Angelou. Anyway, Gates votes for Dorner. The Beyblade goes for Maya Angelou. Bob Ross goes for Dorner. Cesar Chavez for Angelou. And Dorner votes just coming in hot. R.I.P. Chris Dorner. Maya Angelou only gets...
hates Chris.
Everybody hates Chris, and a 9-3 vote. Our evicted house guest is Chris Dorner. I'm gonna text Blake and be like, Jesus, dude. He's so rude to abandon us like this. Maya Angelou's in a pretty powerful alliance. That's what she has going. She's in Harper's Ferry and the Union. Oh, wait, no. Gates is in the Union alliance. Never mind. A new alliance. Benjamin Franklin Gates and Cesar Chavez are abandoning each other, though. But I don't know how much that matters since Gates is also in an alliance with Chavez and Huerta. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, our new head of household is going to be Cesar Chavez. And Cesar Chavez is nominating for eviction Eleanor Roosevelt and Smokey the Bear. They really don't like Smokey the Bear, do they?
They do not.
Oh yeah, Donald. Since you're the only good cop is gone, who are you rooting for now?
I think I'm rooting for Cesar Chavez.
That's good. Okay. So we have our veto. The winner of the veto is Dolores Huerta. So that's pretty good. I would think Dolores is going to keep these nominations the same between Eleanor Roosevelt and Smokey the Bear, since she's working with Cesar Chavez. Odds are she wouldn't rock the vote. What do you guys think? Quality analysis keeps them the same, huh?
Yeah, I have nothing to input here.
That's fair. What about Mr. Rogers bonding with Maya Angelou? Do you have something there? Or is that...
it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, and Mr. Rogers is happy to have another neighbor.
That's true. I'm surprised this is the first time he's bonded with somebody.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers is here saying, "Here comes the neighborhood."
Here comes the neighborhood.
Yes.
And then he invites her to go swimming with him.
Yes.
Because, yeah. Anyway, Benjamin Franklin Gates irrationally lashes out at Dolores Huerta. Do you think the fruits she sold him did not extract the proper juice for him to decode the Declaration of Independence?
Yes, the citric acid content was too low.
It's too low. He should have bought the concentrate. What a fool.
Yes.
It's his fault. Cesar Chavez is making an effort to improve his relationships in the house. Cool. And then, while having a conversation, Maya Angelou says something wildly inappropriate. How is she so problematic?
She's an author. Authors have been taking a big L lately.
Okay. I don't know if we want to, like, slap the J.K. Rowling narrative onto Maya Angelou. And then General Sherman flips Smokey the Bear's mattress. To be fair, Smokey has been putting out the South. And Sherman is not happy about it at all. I'm just so happy they hate each other.
Yeah, General Sherman is just trying to do some Sweden agriculture, and Smokey the Bear is just getting in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what Sweden agriculture is, Max?
Yeah, I believe I do. It's where you do this rotational system where you like burn down a small area, you do agriculture there for a year or two, and then you move to another area so you can let the area that you just destroyed grow back, and you cycle through these patches in like 20-year cycles.
Literal slash and burn.
Yeah, but it's small and generally done in like villages and like native populations. It's very prominent there, to my knowledge. I learned about it in environmental philosophy class in that context.
Yeah, and Smokey the Bear is interrupting that cycle.
He is. It's true. He doesn't want anybody to start fires, even if it's like to cook meat. Just eat it raw like he does. Jesus Christ, guys. Oh no, Pocket Man's right. Smokey the Bear wants to divert agricultural waterways to fight forest fires. I'm fine with that. Bakersfield doesn't need water.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Grow almonds?
Apparently. And then Dolores Huerta does isolate herself from the rest of the house due to the mental stress of the game. She's having a COVID scare, I think. So, between Eleanor Roosevelt and Smokey the Bear, who do we think is going home?
I would prefer not Smokey the Bear.
I think it's
kind of cool.
I mean, I want it. I want to keep Smokey. He's got a good narrative going. I think it's Smokey. Oh,
yeah,
no.
He's been getting picked a lot.
He's got 3 votes, 4 votes, 5 votes against him. 6.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
he's home.
No, Smokey.
Only you can go home.
He smoked his last blunt.
As Smokey the Bear is voted out unanimously.
Bless you.
Sorry, Smokey.
Yeah, the lovable Eleanor Roosevelt. First unanimous vote of the season. Maya Angelou has abandoned the Harper's Ferry Alliance. So she went from being in power to the opposite of being in power. As it looks like the most connected player we have is Benjamin Franklin Gates. Followed by Cesar Chavez? Ew, this is funny. I mean, I'm ready. Cesar Chavez, he can win again. He's done it before. Our newest head of household is Benjamin Franklin Gates. Here we go. The Large Alliance has some power. Let's see how they handle it. Who do you think he's going to nominate? There's a lot of options. I think it's going to be the Beyblade and Bob Ross. And my reasoning is I don't have any reasoning. It's Mr. Rogers and General Sherman. Andrew, is this a good day for the neighborhood?
It's always a good day in the neighborhood.
Even if Mr. Rogers might go home?
Nobody's going to vote for him.
That's true.
How could you vote for Mr. Rogers?
He is incredibly wholesome.
And I'm just going to hold that illusion right as he gets voted off.
Well, let's see who wins the veto. Maybe it's a Beyblade. The Beyblade wins the veto.
Is he buddies with anyone? I don't think so.
I don't think he is, but can they put the right spin on this to convince the Beyblade to save them? Also, should I be shot for that pun?
Tempting. He'll shoot you over something that matters.
Okay, Blake is working on technical issues and he will be here.
Oh, good.
I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Beyblade does not use the power of veto. Mr. Rogers and General Sherman remain on the block.
No.
Okay, General Sherman finds Dolores Huerta creepy.
This just keeps going.
You know what Dolores Huerta's problem is?
What?
He lives too far south.
Oh, no. Well, a point that's not flammable, or a point where it's, like, even too far south for even him?
Yes, too far south.
So, the question then is, would General Sherman burn, like, Mexico even harder?
Oh, he's going to Brazil.
He's going to swin the entire rainforest?
No. He's going for the Confederados who fled to Brazil.
Oh, okay, that's important. Yeah. And she sees his troops marching through and just, she's not okay with it, even though, they're just there to kill white people.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, someone's going home. Is it Mr. Rogers or General Sherman?
General Sherman.
I don't want it to be Sherman, but it's he's got 3 votes Sherman, 1 vote Rogers. Yeah, it's Sherman. It's not a unanimous vote, but...
Ooh. Okay, who voted for Mr. Rogers and how do we burn them?
John Hinckley Jr., Jeanette Rankin.
Well...
To be fair, Jodie Foster wanted Mr. Rogers out of the picture. That's why it happened.
Fair.
So, General Sherman has been evicted. We have lost... I think it does make sense that we would lose General Sherman right after Smokey the Bear, given their great rivalry with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, whoever just joined.
Is it Blake?
It is a Dr. Vulcan?
That is Blake. Can't hear him, but he's here.
Yeah, his audio is broke.
Okay, good. A new alliance is formed between Bob Ross, Cesar Chavez, and Malcolm X. So, I'm trying to imagine what are Cesar Chavez and Malcolm X doing together that has inspired Bob Ross to paint it. is Malcolm X giving a speech in front of the happy little lemon trees and grapevines that are tended by unionized labor. And Bob Ross was just touched. Is
Yes.
that okay?
They're building a happy little world without white people.
Except Bob Ross.
Yes.
Anyway, we have a head of household competition, and the winner is Bob Ross.
Good.
I'm so happy. Happy little Bob Ross and his happy little nominees, Dolores Huerta and the Beyblade. We'll see how that goes.
Can the Beyblade spin himself out of this? Let's find out.
Yeah, we can't lose the Beyblade. There's still too many terrible jokes.
Yeah. He'll put the right spin on this.
The jokes are just repeating the word spin over and over.
Yeah, you just gotta spin things around.
We're in the veto competition. Will the Beyblade win by letting it rip? Yes.
Hey.
Hey, the Beyblade won the
Beyblades.
Yeah, he won the power of veto, and he's gonna Beyblade his way off the block.
Yeah, his decision is he's gotta let it rip.
And he's replaced by Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Hello?
He
Hi,
made a
Blake.
Yeah,
good
because he
point.
did write the Constitution, so he doesn't want
Hey, Blake.
Benjamin to take it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We can
I
hear
can
you.
Thank God. Okay.
So, the Beyblade has just nominated Dolores Huerta and Benjamin Franklin Gates for eviction. That's where we're at. Presumably,
Have you already...
huh?
How do I see the screen?
Go
Or
to
the-
Twitch.
I have to go to Twitch to see... Oh, God.
Oh yeah, my screen sharing wasn't working.
Yeah.
Oh, this is irritating.
I know we had a whole ordeal. You weren't the only one with technical difficulties.
Well, that way you can also see chat, Blake.
It's true.
What?
You can also see chat that way too.
Yeah. It's important. Oh, wait, Jeanette Rankin attempts to blame and call out Dolores Huerta for certain actions in the house and how Dolores Huerta deserves to leave. What has she done to upset Jeanette Rankin? Or do you think she just wasn't doing the dish? Oh, I know. Dolores Huerta was too invested in the chore wheel. She's like, everybody, we have to do the dishes in a fair way, and Jeanette Rankin was fucking sick of it because she doesn't want to be told to stay in the kitchen. So, being told she has to do the dishes to her was a slight. I don't know. Have we learned?
Is anybody else having a hard time hearing this for more
Nope.
than like a second at a time?
I
No.
just mute the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I mute the Twitch.
You mute the Twitch. Anyway, Eleanor Roosevelt bonds with Cesar Chavez. Why are we bonding? Are you guys able to hear me still, or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of why these guys are bonding, because they did have a little bit of scuffle earlier.
They did. I mean, that's true. I mean, maybe Caesar's turning around and he's like, Eleanor's still done a lot of great stuff for unions and getting people to work. There's real power behind the chair. And, I mean, she's clearly lovable since she sent Smokey the Bear home in an 11-0 vote against her. Anyway, who do we think is going home, Dolores Huerta or Benjamin Franklin Gates?
I think it's Huerta.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Gates is a little more insulated. Beyblade's going for her. And, it's 2-2 so far, with 5 votes left. 4 votes for Huerta, 1 vote left. Huerta's going home. It's a 7-2 vote, with the only people voting to keep her being Cesar Chavez and Eleanor Roosevelt. So, R.I.P. Dolores Huerta. Rest
This
in
is
power.
revenge for the Shermanator.
It's true. Yeah, if you get rid of General Sherman, you're going to pay. So, Blake, the remaining players are Benjamin Franklin Gates, a Beyblade, Bob Ross, Cesar Chavez, Eleanor Roosevelt, Jeanette Rankin, John Brown, John Hinckley Jr., Malcolm X, Maya Angelou, and Mr. Rogers. I want to know, who are you rooting for? I don't think Blake can hear me.
Nope.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I can hear Blake Eater.
Okay. Anyway, this is true, though, Donald, you're right. This is leftist infighting
Yes.
at its finest. Anyway, we are now in the jury phase, so that's a thing that has happened. Malcolm X is leaving his alliance with Cesar Chavez and Bob Ross. I think he's going on pilgrimage again. It's my assumption. Anyway, our new head of household is Mr. Rogers!
Yes.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, Andrew.
The best day in the neighborhood.
Best day in the neighborhood. Who does Mr. Rogers want to... Who is Mr. Rogers being forced at gunpoint to evict? Because let's be honest, he would never evict anyone for any other reason.
Other people who tried to evict him, maybe.
Yeah. So, Eleanor Roosevelt and Bob Ross.
Yeah, you should only have one wholesome person here.
Yeah, I mean, Bob Ross is too wholesome, and Eleanor Roosevelt's too lovable. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Rogers is trying to get out anybody who's more lovable than him. This is my neighborhood. So we get to the veto, and our new veto winner is Mr. Rogers. He has all the power this round. Do you think he's going to use it to shake up the neighborhood?
Well, he's the host now.
He is. He maintains the host. It looks as though Pocket Man is now supporting Jeanette Rankin. Good choice. Good taste. I think she should be on the $20 bill. That's my hot take. Anyway, Cesar Chavez opens up to Maya Angelou by sharing a personal story. Do you think she is using this to write his biography?
I could believe
Yes.
that.
That's my thought. I feel like I saw a biographer on her profile at one point. But
He's
I was
an
probably wrong.
autobiographer.
Oh. Yes, autobiography. Oh, those are all about her, not Cesar Chavez. Well, she's branching out. She's going to write about Cesar Chavez, too. He's great. The Beyblade has a public emotional breakdown.
He just ran out of momentum.
God damn it. And then Cesar Chavez does bond with Malcolm X.
So why is that, Max?
I don't... They keep, forming alliances, then leaving each other. I don't really know.
Malcolm X offers to write Cesar Chavez's biography with bullets.
I mean, to be fair, the autobiography of Malcolm X, absolute banger. I read it in a weekend. It was great. Anyway, who's going home and why is it Bob Ross? Anybody think it's not Bob Ross?
Not really. I wish I could say otherwise, but
Oh.
I don't think he made enough people happy clouds.
The Beyblade did vote out Eleanor Roosevelt. Ooh, we're getting some rosy votes. Oh shit!
It's not very rosy.
Eleanor Roosevelt's gone.
Beyblade sprung the other way.
Yeah, the only Benjamin Gates and Maya Angelou kept Bob Ross. So Eleanor Roosevelt voted out 6-2. Wonder what happened between now and then to make everyone hate her so much. God, the House was really united against Smokey the Bear. The Bob Ross Cesar Chavez alliance is dead. So all we have left is the Lemon Juice Alliance of Gates and Chavez, and then Harper's Ferry of Gates, Brown, and Malcolm X.
The classics.
The classics. Our new head of household is John Brown. First thing he's done all game.
Hey, John Brown.
And who is he going to abolish from this house? Let's find out. Either Jeanette Rankin or the Beyblade. This is not looking good for the Beyblade. I feel like everybody's kind of conspiring against it.
The Beyblade's report reminds him too much of chains.
I mean, that's fair. Let's see. But, you know, if John Brown just realized he could use the Beyblade as a weapon to disrupt the troops, he should do that.
And a projectile, too.
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, our veto winner is John Brown. So, shockingly, he keeps nominations the same. And the Beyblade has again run out of momentum and is isolating itself from the house. And then getting in a heated argument with John Brown. John, why would you do this to me? I could have taken out the troops. And he's like, you wrote the Declaration of Independence. You enabled slavery. And the Beyblade's just... It's the Beyblade's fault, man.
It's true, and he also helped John Madison write the no slavery sunset clause in the Constitution.
You know, Beyblade's just out there doing stuff. What a fuck. And then John Hinckley Jr. does his first thing ever, which is bond extremely well with Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Trying to steal Ronald Reagan's pulse.
That checks out. Anyway, someone's going home. I think it's the Beyblade. Shall we see? Beyblade. Beyblade has been ripped out of the house in a unanimous 7-0 vote.
He spun out.
John Hancock can get John Hand fucked. That worked, right? As wordplay? I don't know.
A little bit.
You know, I'll take it. I'm still fully expecting my Angelou to win. A new alliance does form, and I jinxed it by my Angelou being in it. So, we've got Cesar Chavez, we've got John Brown, we've got Malcolm X, we've got Maya Angelou, we've got Mr. Rogers. Obviously, this alliance is called the Neighborhood. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pocket Man Jeanette Rankin is still here. Beyblade was unanimously voted out, 7-0. So your girl's still in it to win it. She's going to go retire in Carmel by the Sea, where she'll live a long life and die in 1972. At like 90 or some shit. Yeah, we have a new head of household. Our winner is...
Carmel? She had money.
Huh?
Carmel? She must have had money.
Yeah, but like 1972 is when she died. So like Carmel, and like she probably moved there in, I don't know, the 40s or the 50s.
When a mortgage cost $5.
Yeah. Yeah, when a new cell phone today versus a house then about the same price. Anyway, Malcolm X is head of household. And who is Malcolm X going against this week? I have no idea, let's be honest. Jeanette Rankin and Bob Ross. I feel like we've seen them on the block before. Both of them. So, moving forward, our POV winner is John Hinckley Jr. Donald, he won something. I'm utterly shocked because his competition scores are terrible.
Well, he's currently doing better than Reagan IRL.
Yeah, that's true. He is still alive. Do you think he's going to save either of them? Either Jeanette or Bob.
I hope he saves Bob Ross.
He does not save Bob Ross.
John.
Donald. Maya Angelou opens up to Bob Ross by sharing a personal story. Do you think that he's going to teach people how to paint that personal story?
Yes.
And how many happy little trees will there be on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's gonna be a fucking forest, dude.
Cesar Chavez says something inappropriate. That's a bummer. And then Bob Ross lashes out at Jeanette Rankin.
Hold on, what did Caesar say?
I don't know. He said his favorite rapper was G-Eazy. You know, like the most milquetoast white guy.
He said he's never heard of LimeWire.
How's that inappropriate?
Because he sells limes.
God damn it. Yeah, it took me a second. I'm so upset. It was good. It was good. I don't know what's going on with Bob Ross and Jeanette, but Jeanette Rankin finds Benjamin Franklin Gates to be creepy and tells the other house guests, which, I mean, it's Nick Cage. What do you expect? He's just sitting there hyping himself up by shouting all day. And then he's like, did you know that aliens built the pyramids? And she's like, dude, what are they teaching kids these days in school? So, who do we think's going home? Is it Jeanette or Bob? Jeanette.
Yeah, I mean, Bob survived the last one.
He did, but so did she. Okay, it's 2 to
Bob's
1.
fan favorite.
Okay, they each have 2 votes with 2 votes left. As Mr. Rogers has the deciding vote, he has nominated Bob Ross before, don't forget.
Ooh.
Jeanette Rankin is voted out 4 to 2.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers is not going to turn on another soothing show host.
He has before.
He's learned his lesson.
So Pocket Man's curse continues. You have to now nominate someone else for eviction. I mean, choose someone to root for. I'm thinking about... I want John Hinckley Jr. to win Head of Household next. I think that's where I'm at. Because I think everyone else here is in an alliance. Except John Hinckley Jr. With Jeanette Rankin voted out, once again history becomes a boys' club. Hey, we still have Maya Angelou.
That's true. That's true.
It's true. Anyway, Benjamin Franklin Gates and Cesar Chavez have abandoned each other, so that's cool. Gates, Malcolm X and John Brown now seem to be the most powerful players. Which is, I'm down. That's a good alliance. Our new head of household is not John Hinckley Jr. He finishes last again. Our new head of household is Cesar Chavez. Donald, who's your boy going to take out this week?
I can't say.
That makes sense.
Unions require secrecy.
It's true. And in the secret ballot, it's between John Hinckley Jr. and Bob Ross. He might take out your boy. Well, I mean, Cesar Chavez is your boy, but I assume John Hinckley Jr. is your boy at heart.
He is.
More accurately, I just assume that, like, if Cesar Chavez gets voted out, you're switching to John Hinckley Jr. Anyway, our veto winner is Bob Ross. Is this the second time Bob Ross is able to pull himself off the block? No. He hasn't won a veto before. Anyway, he uses the veto on himself, and Cesar Chavez nominates Benjamin Franklin Gates. So, that's good. we're we're going to steal someone who's involved in stealing the pulse of Reagan is going home.
Think how much more history he could have made if he was in the Boy Scouts and got the rifle merit badge.
Hey, he just invented a new game. Is the new game having everybody teach him how to aim better? Hey, everybody, we're playing a new game. It's called Reagan, where I beat the shit out of you, and then you get removed from the house. Anyone want to play? Anyway, Cesar Chavez does bond with my Angelou, so I think he's still really trying to pressure her into writing his biography, and she's like, "Nah, bro, it's not my deal." Anyway, someone's going home.
Who could it be?
I don't know. I think it's going to be Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, it's Benjamin Franklin Gates in a 4-1 vote.
How sad.
How sad.
It's just terrible.
You know, he didn't only steal the Declaration of Independence. He stole our hearts.
And we wanted them back?
We did, yeah. Well, they did. So our remaining house guests are Bob Ross, Cesar Chavez, John Brown, John Hinckley Jr., Malcolm X, Maya Angelou, and Mr. Rogers. And Maya Angelou is the only person left who hasn't won a competition. So that's where we're at, because, you know, sexism.
Yeah, but she's still here.
Who was I rooting for? I forgot. I don't think they're here anymore. Oh yeah, I was No. I don't know. I'm on team. Huh? Was I Smokey the Bear?
I think you might have been.
Damn, I can't keep track. I mean, I'm gonna be on Team John Brown.
Not a bad one.
Pocket Man's rooting for Maya Angelou. I don't remember who Lacuna Craft is rooting for. Donald is on Cesar Chavez. Andrew is on Mr. Rogers.
All good in the neighborhood.
That's where we're at. And Blake is dead in a ditch because he doesn't have technology. I will cry about it later. Anyway, Harper's Ferry Alliance finally dissolves, leaving us with just the neighborhood of Cesar Chavez, John Brown, Malcolm X, Maya Angelou, and Mr. Rogers. So the only people not in that alliance were John Hinckley Jr. and I don't remember Bob Ross. John Hinckley Jr. and Bob Ross. One of them needs to win immunity, otherwise one of them is going home, I feel like. And also Pocket Man, I agree. I think Maya Angelou is going to win this. I felt that way since it started. Just because it's classic anime Survivor for a character that we have no idea how to handle within the context, within the narrative, wins the season, or at least goes deeper than we wanted them to. Right, guys? That's like always how it fucking goes.
Yeah, that is how it always fucking goes.
It's bullshit. This has clearly been an episode of a lot of that. This is the reminder that the Big Brother format just generally doesn't... I don't know if this is just the Big Brother format always fails us, or this is just kind of like a bad cast decision in the end. I'm not sure.
I'm definitely kneecapped by the fact that I don't know everything about all the cast members, so... Because I didn't submit a full cast list to you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, I made some random picks. Blake made some random picks. Blake isn't here to defend his random picks. We probably needed more jokes. I don't know. We got Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. Those were good joke picks. They're wholesome. They work.
This episode could have been more.
It could have been
Is
more.
the bottom line.
It's true. It's true.
Better.
Our next head of household is John Hinckley Jr.
There you go, man.
Let's fucking
So
go.
happy.
Excellent. You'll have to see it.
Is he gonna shoot for our boys?
Yeah, who's he shooting for today? Because maybe for once he won't fucking miss.
He is a real straight shooter.
Yeah, between Mr. Rogers and Maya Angelou.
Yep. See, nobody likes that.
See, he's actually going for the alliance. Hopefully he doesn't end up putting up Bob Ross. We'll see. This is the true underdog story right now. Though Bob Ross is the only person not competing in the veto, so our winner is Cesar Chavez. He wins the veto.
Oh, good.
Now he is in alliance with Maya Angelou and Mr. Rogers. So do you think he's gonna save one of them or just leave it alone? We'll see. He's saving Maya Angelou. Sorry, Andrew. And John Hinckley Jr. is replacing Maya Angelou with Bob. God, Bob Ross is going home. God damn it!
Yes, Bob Ross, save our friend Mr. Rogers.
This is such a fail. John Hinckley Jr., we gave you a second chance to do something right, and here you are. Letting the Alliance steamroll the game.
As it should. The neighborhood. You can't just not come into the neighborhood and be friendly.
Anyway, Bob Ross finds Malcolm X creepy. Why? I mean, maybe Bob Ross...
He's definitely not a fan of happy trees.
Yeah, I mean, Malcolm X is like, these trees shouldn't be that happy. That's not their lot in life. And Bob Ross is like,
Sorry, I'm back. Bear was acting suspicious.
What? Why was Bear acting suspicious?
He walked behind me, went to Katie's craft supply. She has this nice vintage looking wine rack thing that she's using to store craft supplies.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bear went to that, grabbed some these, I don't know how to describe them. They're scoring rods or something. I don't know. There's some kind of art supply that I've never seen or used before. They're these little dowels that have these metal points going out of either side.
Okay.
They're pencil size. Anyways, they're into packaging, and Bear was trying to eat the packaging.
God damn it, Bear.
It got my attention.
It did. So chat has decided that trees are racist, which is actually anime survivor canon, I think, at least with John Muir's case.
Yes. Yeah, John Muir's trees are grand wizards.
Yeah. And that's probably why Bob Ross...
They're even pointy.
And Malcolm X... God damn it. That's why Bob Ross and Malcolm X aren't getting along.
Yes.
And then Malcolm X tries to improve his relationship with the House. Do you think he gives a rousing speech?
Yes. Also, hi, Kinube.
Hi, Kinube-con. How are you? I think you want me to actually record our panels for you, probably. We should do that soon. Everybody who's listening, Kinube-con is happening at the end of August. I think it's the 28th. It's going to be good. We're going to be there. We will not be doing Anime Survivor there.
Definitely not family friendly.
No, that would be a bad idea. That would be a very bad idea. I'm just imagining that. That'd be the whole con.
We could potentially make it work, but...
No, we could... Anyway, Mr. Rogers flips the mattress on Bob Ross. Is he kicking him out of the neighborhood already?
Well, Bob Ross is having a bad mental health day, and Mr. Rogers is just trying to help him make his bed.
Yeah, he's trying to help prepare Bob Ross for what's coming.
Okay, that's fair. He's helping him move out. Yeah.
Helping him put all those stuff in the box.
Yeah. Also, Kinube-con, I would like you to know, I think this is important. I did have a date yesterday, and I did encourage her to go to your convention. So hopefully she'll do that. We'll see. I'm pitching you to random people I meet on Bumble and Hinge. So that's how you're supposed to do things, right?
Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she'll go and she'll see my panel and be like, I am never talking to this man again.
Yeah, Max is like, no, put your clothes back on. I actually don't like sex. I'm going to explain to you this small little convention no one's ever heard of and why you should go to it.
Yes.
And tell you about Pokemon.
Yes.
Put your clothes back on. We are playing ranked in Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, it's very important. Anyway, You know, it's a tie vote between Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers, as Malcolm X
Oh,
and
no.
Maya Angelou are betraying Mr. Rogers.
No, why, Maya Angelou? Why?
Yeah, this is
I know he
bullshit.
put you up, but
This is bullshit.
come on, it's a good day in the neighborhood, I
Wait.
believe.
So this means that John Hinckley Jr. breaks the tie.
Yep.
The neighborhood is over.
Ow, damn it.
The majority alliance turned on itself.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to be for Bob Ross now. These happy trees.
That's fair.
Because I have to stand up for wholesome.
You do, yeah, and that's really all you've got left. Maya Angelou has abandoned the neighborhood.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And our new head of household is Cesar Chavez. This is his third one. Absolute Chad Cesar Chavez nominating Bob Ross and John Hinckley Jr.
Woo.
I mean, hey, it's what you got to do.
Come on, Bob Ross. Paint those happy trees.
Everyone's in the alliance. Everybody's in the veto competition. John Hinckley Jr. finishes last as always. And the veto winner is Malcolm X.
Does he do anything with it?
I don't-
That's the question.
I don't think he would. He's not in an
Yeah,
alliance
I don't
with
think
either
he
of
will.
them. Yeah. Oh, he
I don't know,
saves
maybe
Bob Ross.
Maybe he's just feeling charitable. I like it.
Who's
Um,
I think Maya Angelou is the replacement here.
Yeah, after she just left the alliance.
She did. There she is.
Got her.
Got her. Bob Ross then follows up by saying something racist.
He just
Yeah,
probably
he
said something
was trying to
rude
argue
about-
that you could say that John Hinckley Jr. has done more for civil rights than Maya Angelou has.
I mean, that's not true. He almost. I can't even make that joke. So with that, I think John Hinckley Jr. is going home. No,
I
wait,
think
one,
you're right.
1-1. Malcolm X is the deciding vote.
Well, who does he dislike?
Maya Angelou's gone.
Bam.
Sexism wins.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, that does kind of track with real life.
No more caged birds. Okay. Pocket Man, you have to pick a man now. This is just... I think the only person not being supported... Wait, Donald, who are you for now at this point?
I was Cesar Chavez, but
Oh.
I'm actually in Camp John Hinkle now.
Okay. Cesar Chavez has been abandoned. He's the only unsupported player. Pocket Man. You can take him.
All right, so you can be cursed and be the next one out. Is that what I'm
Don't
hearing?
don't curse Cesar Chavez. Like, I mean, he started on Dolores Huerta. It makes sense for him to go to Cesar Chavez. Our next head of household is John Brown,
Yeah, not Bob Ross.
not Bob Ross. And John Brown nominates Bob Ross and John Hinckley Jr., who are somehow still in the game.
Big surprise.
Yeah. You know, it's always those two, and then they're still both here each week. It's like a curse.
Somehow, yeah.
I don't know how. Anyway, our veto winner is Bob Ross.
I have a feeling Bob Ross's might pick Bob Ross.
No, I think he's going to leave them the same. Oh wow, he vetoed. I'm shocked he vetoed himself. Who would have seen this coming?
Nobody could have seen this.
Nobody. Cesar Chavez is now nominated. Way to go, Pocket Man.
The curse. It's real.
It's so real. John Hinckley Jr. tells Donald, what is his heartfelt story about why he needs the money? Is it enough to impress Jodie Foster?
No, he needs more bullets.
And firearms training.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to the range with Chapo Trap House and Hassan Biker.
That sounds like something that would actually happen.
Yeah, it's 2022. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Okay, who's going home? I still think it's John Hinckley Jr. Bob Ross votes out John Hinckley Jr., and so does Malcolm X. So, sorry, Donald. Jodie Foster will remain unsatiated.
His NRA membership's been revoked.
Yeah. Who are you going to double up on with us now?
You think the NRA would like make a thing where they would like deny him if he actually applied for an NRA membership?
Probably.
That'd be like the funniest thing.
It would, yeah. Like, they probably don't let Black Panthers in even because Black Panthers are why there's gun control. So the NRA was like, wait.
Samuel Jackson, though.
Yeah. I love that Samuel L. Jackson was a Black Panther.
Yeah.
It was like, actually, I'm going to become an actor because I'm probably going to die otherwise.
Well, it seemed to have worked out for him.
Absolute chat of a man.
Damn straight.
Black Panther to Jedi Master.
Yeah. So the Neighborhood Alliance devolves. It's an every man for themselves. Bob Ross's time to shine. In fact, Cesar Chavez wins head of household. And his nominees are Bob Ross and John Brown. But this is the final four. The final four always comes down to the veto. The veto winner has the power. Because whoever wins the veto is the one who gets to vote out the nominee. All we know is it can't be Cesar Chavez.
All right, let's see.
The winner is Malcolm X.
All right, he's probably going to leave it as is. No, Bob Ross. Stay with me, Bob Ross.
Yeah, he leaves it as is. Bob Ross finds Cesar Chavez creepy.
Just no happy trees in the picture.
Well, to be fair, Cesar Chavez tried to unionize the trees.
Yes.
And then Bob
he'd have to pay for his artwork?
Yeah.
This wouldn't work.
So who is Malcolm X taking out? I think it's Bob Ross.
Probably is, but I'm going to hold my breath.
Bob Ross.
No. Happy trees.
Okay, we're down to the final three. We've got Cesar Chavez. We've got John Brown. We've got Malcolm X.
I'm gonna train on with Pocket Man.
It's a god to your top three.
I'm happy with this. I would have liked General Sherman over John Brown, I think, because General Sherman had a better narrative. John Brown has done fuck all. But, I mean, this feels like Cesar Chavez's game to lose. We're getting another repeat winner out of this, I think.
Yeah, he's won quite a few games.
He's won one game. He's won a lot of comps.
Yeah.
There are no alliances. So, the final head of household is a 3-part contest. If you win one of the first 2 parts, you move on to the third. Whoever wins the third evicts someone. It's a thing. First winner, Malcolm X. Part 2 winner, John Brown.
Okay.
So Cesar Chavez cannot win final head of household, which is wild. Our final head of household is John Brown. So John Brown will now choose to get rid of either Cesar Chavez or Malcolm X. Who do we think is going home?
I think Malcolm X is the strongest pick here.
That we're on him.
I think Cesar Chavez is going home. Yeah, Cesar Chavez does not get his second win in Anime Survivor. Sorry, everybody. I mean, I wanted it.
John Brown busted his union.
Yeah. So, Malcolm X, John Brown.
John Brown hired Howard Schultz.
God damn it. Oh no. Jeff Bezos just took him out from the air. Shot him like Sarah Palin shooting a wolf from a helicopter. Who do we think wins? I think it's John Brown.
I have no idea.
I don't either. I feel like neither of them have been like very narratively important, but I've noticed we have no narrative here. Malcolm X gets Cesar Chavez's vote, Bob Ross's vote, John Hinckley Jr.'s vote, Maya Angelou's vote, Mr. Rogers' vote, Franklin Gates, Jeanette Rankin, Beyblade, And Malcolm X wins unanimously.
Holy shit.
Hey, Donald, remember when I pitched this episode? Do you remember how I pitched it?
How'd you pitch it, Max?
I said, I can't wait to say noted anime survivor winner Malcolm X.
There you did. Yeah.
That was my fucking pitch for this fucking episode.
X gave it to you.
And motherfucking X gave it to me. The fan favorite was John Hinckley Jr. Yeah, I mean, goddamn, just our Chad of a man, Malcolm X. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Who was the least favorite player? It was the Beyblade. No one liked the Beyblade or Bob Ross.
The Beyblade was too racist.
Yeah, it was. Oh, Malcolm X was technically the favorite.
Oh.
But they don't give fan favorite to the winner. That's like a thing.
Makes sense.
So he didn't get it in the end. This is just a lot of words. Other stats.
It's a short episode.
Yeah, Big Brother episodes end up being a little shorter. We might want to try doing that for the panel next time, so it's not over 3 hours. I don't know. I keep trying. Every time I try the Big Brother episode, I go, I don't think I want to do this again.
Yeah, don't.
And then I eventually go, maybe it'll work this time. And this was a little to just be like, no one gave me people. I'm just going to do this. Fuck it. Anyway, that was that was the episode. So, thank you all for being here for an Anime Survivor. It was a good time to be had by people that were us. And that was the episode. So, we'll be back. I want to try to be back next weekend since this was supposed to be special, so in theory we'd be back next weekend, but I'm admittedly not sure if I'll be at the fair Sunday night, so we'll see. Anyway, with that, I'll post a poll for the next season. We'll see what people want, so if anybody has a suggestion for a season, let me know and we'll make it. Donald, do you have any season suggestions?
Oh, shit. I had a few in my pocket, but I've forgotten about them.
What about in your pocket, man?
Did we ever do the Fail Kids bracket?
We didn't, but I feel like we have to wait a couple episodes after this one to do Fail Kids.
Yeah.
That's like a very particular episode.
It is.
One of the one like we might be able to do a Nick Cage one after this if we really wanted to.
Dude, we could do a Bionicle one.
Fuck you, we already did that.
Did we?
Yeah, we did Bionicle.
Oh, God.
It was Bionicle versus Lego Movie.
Did we do Beast Wars?
Yeah, we did Beast Wars versus Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Oh, my God. Those were episodes I was on, weren't they?
Yes.
Man, my memory's just fading.
Yeah.
Another one I was thinking of, but I don't know if this is the right time, but I want to do As Voiced by Tim Curry.
Have we done Reboot? As in, like, that CGI show
no.
Reboot?
Please no.
Has anybody watched Reboot?
I have.
I have not.
That's just you. I haven't
What about
seen
Dragon
Reboot.
Tales? We could do a Dragon Tales episode.
Oh my god. I might include it in the poll. We'll see. But, I mean, chat's not giving me any fucking ideas, so...
Oh, the Kundercraft is saying hell yeah. Is that Dragon Tales or is that something else? Okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen many Predator versus Prey. I mean, having Predator in would be fun. That's it. Pocket Man wants a random selection episode.
Oh boy.
I think the idea for the random selection episode is I just pull the entire cast list and just D20, like just random die into a cast of 20, which I'm not opposed to, but I don't know if we want to do that right now. I'll put it in the poll. We'll see.
Have we done Magic: The Gathering?
No, we haven't.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We haven't.
Just throw in planeswalkers and like old school characters.
I mean, Console Wars 2. Fuck.
No.
I mean, so I think Console Wars 2 would be specifically funny if we did it after KinYubiCon, since we're doing Console Wars as our virtual panel for them. But also, do we really want to do another video game console episode?
Okay, I have a banger idea of an episode.
Okay.
That 70s show.
I've never seen it.
We could make fucking jokes about Jenny Masters being a rapist being protected by fucking that church, Scientology.
Uh-huh.
And like everyone in that show is like kind of become like a celebrity after that.
I mean, I know Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were in it, and that's it.
Yeah. And Topher Grace.
I don't even remember who that is, but I think they got canceled or
Did you watch
arrested.
Spider-Man 3?
Oh, Venom.
Yeah.
Venom.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll play around. I'll take some of these suggestions. I'm just gonna make a poll of 3, but
Okay. So whoever
Yes.
suggested Predator, Topher Grace is also in a Predator movie back in like 2009, 2010, I want to say.
the Shane Black
Predators.
one.
It's the third one.
Oh God, Pocket Man, you have suggested Bloons Tower Defense before.
The one where they got Danny Trejo to play like a gang member, and Topher Grace to play like a quiet guy, and who else did they get? They got a bunch of people who were like, oh, you're like a soldier from like fucking what's the Muslim part of Russia? Chechnya.
Yeah, Chechnya. I don't know.
Yeah, they drop a bunch of like the most dangerous people on Earth on an alien planet, and it's like a predator hunting reserve. It's so good. It's schlock, but it's like alien / predator schlock at its finest.
Okay, that. Okay. Oh, AVP2. Is that what it was?
No, it wasn't AVP 2. It was a different movie.
So it's just the Shane Black Predator reboot.
Let me just double check. Shane Black Predator. That was 2018. That was like 10 years
Jesus.
after what I'm describing.
Oh, yeah. Never mind then. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go because I have to go to the bathroom. So, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for being
All
on
right.
this
See you guys
episode.
later.
Thank you for watching
Bye.
this episode. I'm sorry this episode was trash, but, we do what we can here, right, everybody?
Thanks, Mac.
Yeah, it's how I felt. Anyway, night.